All right, you guys, so as you could hear, that was a pretty dope, like, faux organ kind of tone on the guitar. I want to show you guys how you can get that on your setup too, whatever that is, if you're using pedals or using your own kind of amp modeler, whatever it might be. It only takes a few things to really get the tones. In a basic setup, all you really need is, first thing in your pedal chain would be your pitch effect. So you can use the POG by Electro Harmonics or any of those pitch effects. I've got a drive block here. We'll talk about that in a second. But then the rotary effect. Electro Harmonics also makes, I think, an effect, but that's almost all in one already, got everything going on. So look into some different rotary effects if you're interested in that in terms of an effects pedal with an amp setup. But if you're using a modeler, usually there will be some type of rotary effect, okay? But these rotary effects, they don't have a pitch to them. And if you listen to organ players, there's a lot going on there harmonically with kind of a lower octave and a higher octave. So what we've got is, without the pitch, is what this would sound like. Okay? But when you add in a little bit of I'm on the pitch block now, as you can see right here. You add in a little bit of the upper octave, which is this knob right here, and the -12 lower octave, blended in with the dry guitar signal. Okay, so you want to try and balance it to your taste. I prefer to have it pretty even in the low and high octave, but just mixed in at about 25%. So you're really not getting an overbearing amount of that pitch in there. So, and then in regards to the rotary, you can set up a tap tempo if you want. I just set it to whatever the stock settings are, I believe, on this rotary block in the Fractal. So, and it kind of gets the job done. Okay, now when I was doing a little bit of soloing in the first clip there, what I did is I basically just added this drive pedal before the rotary, after the pitch. And this is just a TS 808 kind of model in the Fractal, and I have the drive set pretty low and even the level set pretty low just to balance it. And here's it without the drive, and then with the drive. So it just adds a little bit of grit there, which if you listen to organ, they have a full sonic spectrum of different kind of overdrive to the tone, which is phenomenal. So you can kind of experiment with that, but all you really need is these three effects: is the pitch, using a little bit of the lower octave, a little bit of the higher octave blended in around 25%, and a drive pedal that's kind of a mild drive, and the rotary, of course. You have to look into pedals that offer that, and then your amp and whatnot. So after that, in my setup, I use a little delay and reverb just to add a little bit of extra kind of blanket of good tone there. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and hopefully this helps you get some good organ tones. I think it's a wonderful and fun thing to play with.